Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, January 4th, 2023. Changes are in the air, and they seem quite positive, but you can be experiencing some self-doubt today. It's a valuable process, even though it can feel a little deflating initially. There are solutions to problems to be found from circumstances now, so aim to take your time before coming to any concrete conclusions. Your intuition will be back on track shortly. Aim to observe and process. Don't go along with something if your heart isn't in it. Your confidence increases as the day progresses. Also today, Venus moves to the top of your solar chart and will transit your career and reputation sector until the 26th. In the coming weeks, others find you helpful, charming, attractive, and kind on a professional or public level. It's a time for catching some breaks if needed. You can be more at ease in public, although perhaps not as flowing when love is intimate and personal. Your relationship with those in authority is warmer and friendlier. There can be important connections and contacts. It's a time when you enjoy pursuing and setting goals. There could be social or romantic opportunities through functions or work connections, or the social/creative side of your responsibilities is in stronger focus. The stars are aligning sweetly today. A spiritual sensitivity will be heightened in the cosmos above, encouraging you to get in touch with your compassionate and empathic side. As mental Mercury, the cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication, holds hands in a sextile with Neptune, now located in your solar 11th house of friendships, communities, and online dating, you could meet someone who truly understands you. If in a happy relationship, use this energy to enjoy a sweet movie or television show together, or consider meditating or praying together. This could bring your souls more closely together. Focus on the professional journey that speaks to who you are as a professional. Since Mercury retrograde in Capricorn will sextile Neptune in Pisces while the Sun in Capricorn will trine the North Node in your sign, both transits could give you greater insight into the trajectory of your professional journey. The catch is believing in yourself and knowing that you can accomplish whatever you set out to do. Since Venus will enter Aquarius later on, you may feel like you are in a unique professional spotlight. Allow Venus to help you shine for your ingenuity. The moon not only returns for its first visit to your income sector for the year today, but with incredible timing. The moon not only returns just as Mars moves into his final 10 days in retrograde motion here, but just minutes after Venus, the planet of money, returns to your career sector. Within the moon's first few hours, as well as sharpening your nose for money, this will be energizing things across the income, work, and career fronts in a way that is just a taste of things to come. You can be quick to the punch, but sometimes miss the emotional point. Try to slow yourself down today by doing deep breathing exercises. The benefit of knowing what you are feeling can save you and those close to you some hurt feelings when you accidentally speak too soon. Doing yoga focuses more on breathing than others do. Investigate which poses work best for releasing the blocked energy in your breathing patterns. This day was made for you. Don't worry that you may not have what it takes, you will definitely make the grade. That new relationship or business partnership you have been considering is ready to burst into action. Set the pace, but remember, easy does it, too. Do not become too sentimental where business is concerned. If it is time to move on, then go ahead. The relationship you formed may not last much longer, anyhow, no matter what you do. Having the moon in Taurus during Venus' final hours in an adventurous part of your chart is not only helping to inspire your intuition, instincts, and imagination, but the spirit of adventure itself. That is because the moon is spending its final hours at a friendly aspect to the planets that will stay on to keep the spirit of adventure alive after Venus leaves. As Venus' return to your career sector and the moon's return to your income sector will ignite this new professional year, the timing couldn't be better. While Venus, the planet of love, will leave an adventurous part of your chart today, bringing her mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together to a close, she will leave behind planets that will keep the momentum going. While they are focused more on the spirit of adventure than romance, if you can keep that alive, the rest will follow. Our eyes in the sky. Venus enters Aquarius in the evening, allowing us to understand what we desire from a cerebral point of view when it comes to relationships. This transit enables us to take baby steps toward finding what our heart wants as we proceed with caution in romantic matters. The Sun shares a connection with the nodes of destiny, urging us to embrace our confidence, power, passion, and self-esteem as we move through the day. The month starts with Venus entering Aquarius on January 2nd. When the planet of love is in the sign of the water bearer, we can expect a hands-off and aloof approach to expressing our sentiments. Although we want to connect with others, we do so on more of a cerebral level, which involves a meeting of the minds and intellect rather than physical touch. The 6th brings the first full moon of 2023, this one in Cancer, which means that we could undergo an emotional and mental release in the first days of the new year. This is extremely beneficial because we're able to let go of the past and move into a different headspace for the year. This particular full moon can bring up many power struggles and issues from the past, which is why it's a good time to let go of negativity and move forward toward a more positive place. January 12th marks the end of the Mars retrograde that began in Gemini on October 30th, 2022. Now that we've seen situations and relationships from a different perspective, it's up to us to decide how we want to move forward with the information we've gathered. The Mercury retrograde ends on the 18th in Capricorn, allowing us to heal from all the miscommunications and mishaps that we might have experienced with family or when traveling over the holidays. The Sun enters Aquarius on January 20th, just before the new moon in the same sign the next day. Although it's taken a few weeks, we can now begin to see our resolutions for 2023 come to fruition. Uranus in Taurus turns direct on the 22nd, and Venus enters Pisces 4 days later, making the end of the month sweeter than the start as our fantasies and desire for romance peak. In the morning, the Taurus moon squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, perpetuating isolation. We are in a stubborn mood, prepared to dig in our heels and draw out arguments to get our way. Deep down inside, we are probably aware we are making the problem worse by being inflexible. However, we have convinced ourselves that we are sticking to our principles. This heightens contention between ourselves and those in our community who are looking for a progressive solution. Should we resort to temper tantrums, we will wind up regretful of our conduct down the road. After sunup, the Capricorn Sun squares off with Chiron in Aries, stimulating sensitivities. We believe we are not receiving recognition for our hard work or talents. Instead of becoming angry, we feel embarrassed. To maintain a sliver of self-esteem, we can convince ourselves that because we weren't given a break, others shouldn't be either. This logic may be mimicking the voice of an elder figure, perhaps a paternal one who failed to cut us slack in our youth. Try to step back from the immediacy of irritating or frustrating interactions today. Whose voice is in your head? Think of all the healing that you could offer, not only to your inner child, but to those around you, if you chose a different tactic and broke the chain of criticism.